Hello, welcome back to Conversation Chat, and today's special guest is Tracey. Tracey, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, my name's Tracey Sowerby, and I work for Aspire for about 23 years. I am the Customer Involvement Coordinator, KIC for short, and I'm based at Potter Newton, but I work citywide.
Can you tell the viewers a bit about the Customer Council role?
The Customer Council role? Yeah, I can. The Customer Council role, we haven't always had the Customer Council. It was started in 2013 by our old CEO, which was Andy Rawnsley, and he requested that I want to kick them, but the other kicks, that they started one up with the customers, because he wanted you, the customers of Aspire, to be able to have a voice and to air views and to find out what was going on. And so he decided that he wanted a representative and a deputy in all services.
Can you also tell us about what the Customer Council do?
Yeah, that's great. So the Customer Council, if you get voted into the Customer Council, it's to represent everybody in your service, you know, and listen to their views and concerns. It's to go around and ask them all, you know, before you get a council meeting, is everything okay? Is anything you're not liking? So that you can bring it to us, so that you can then come to the council meeting and pass on very important information. And it's, if you get voted on and all, you have a Customer Council meeting every 3 months, and you'll be on the Customer Council for a 3-year term.
Why is it important to have the Customer Council?
It's very important, Chris, so that the customers can have a voice, to know what is happening, being involved and getting the views from you yourselves, instead of listening from the third person or from staff. So that's why it's important.
I think it makes I think the Customer Council makes it things like what we said, it gives you a voice and it gives you that independence. So what is the job of the Customer Council member like?
For the representatives, it's for every representative to attend every meeting, because we have the local meetings and we have the main citywide meeting. So the representative would attend both those 2 meetings, and you'd have a representative, like a deputy, should I say. So your deputy would help you get all the information, to have a meeting with you, to pass on information that they've, so it's not all on your shoulders, to get the meeting from the rest of the customers in your area. And then if you were ever off poorly, they would represent you as well in the big main council meeting, the citywide one, if you weren't able to attend. So there is a little bit of a difference between a deputy and a main, but your deputy is there to help you. So Chris, I know you as being a representative for the Customer Council. So what do you think about the role?
Well, the deputy.
Oh, you're the deputy, aren't you? Yeah. What do you feel about the role?
Well, I feel like it's important that we do have a deputy.
Yeah.
And the main.
Yeah.
Because without the main, it's not there.
Yeah.
So I think it's as a deputy, you're second, I won't say in control.
Yeah.
I would say you're second in demand.
Yeah.
Because without you being second in demand, you're doing a Customer Council and how you're doing a team.
Yeah. And can I just say, I think the deputy's role is just as important as the representatives as well.
Agreed.
Yeah, agreed.
Being a member of the Customer Council deputy makes me feel like I've got a voice, makes me feel like people are listening. To me, it's just important to get the information that you need, give it back to the main boss, and then it goes out. Can you tell me about the Customer Council made a difference?
Yeah, I can. At Pudsey, The representatives came to the council meeting and told us that they're having a real problem, Pudsey, where the sun was constantly shining in the room, and the temperature, because it's totally glass facing southwards, so the sun was shining in and it was unbearable, the heat. So this customer came and asked for blinds. They wanted blinds so that they could shut it out, and they took it to Andy Rawnsley at the time. He came to the main meeting and they got blinds. And they also got aircon, portable aircon in the room as well, so that did make a big difference. There was also at Potter Newton, they were having trouble with the doors, so people in the wheelchairs who self-propelled were found it difficult to get through the doors, to move from one room to another. So even though that they could self-propel, they couldn't get anywhere, and it were like, well, it's pointless, do you know, and they were getting frustrated because they were having to ask staff or wait for staff to get from one room to another. So the customer council representative invited Andy Rawnsley to come to Potter Newton to witness it himself. So Andy Rawnsley did he come and couldn't believe it, and he says it's a big problem. And from that person, all the doors was changed so that they could be opened. And they also had the fire door on, so that if there were fire, they'd automatically close. But they were open so that self-propelled people in self-propelled wheelchairs could get around on their own without having to ask staff to help them with doors. And that has made such a big difference to Potter Newton. So, yeah.
With the election coming up, Aspire are changing how we hold the elections. Can you tell me a bit more about it, please?
Yeah, I can, Chris. We're going to go around to every service. Me, Elsa and Felicia. Ian as well. Ian's going to help us. And we're going to go down and help do all the statements. We're also, this year, we're going to video people making the statements. So those who want to, so they can stand and be videoed instead of just writing it down. We're also, this year, we're not going to be known as the West, the South and the East.
Yes.
So this is a biggie that's going to be changed, because we're not, Aspire with the strategy are changing, so we're going to be having hubs. Yeah, you know about that. You know about that. So yeah, I wouldn't know a thing you left. So what we're doing is, the idea was to come up with, to make it easier for customers, why don't we have the colours, but the colours of the strategy. So the South are going to be blue. So when they get interviewed and they have the photograph taken, we're going to get them some blue rosettes on. So it's going to be like proper like the government. Now the government do, where they've got the red, the blue. We're going to have the East that are going to be the red. So they'll have the red rosettes placed on with the pictures, and the West are going to be green. You're happy about that, yeah? So that's going to be, and so we're going to go around and help everybody with a campaign statement and ask if you want to be filmed. And if you want to be filmed, either we're going to film, or Jodie or Kirsty are going to film. So we're going to make the posters of you all, put them up with your photograph and your statement underneath, and then it's starting in just end of November. We will do the election then, and by mid-December then we should know who's got through, and we'll be ready to start in January then with a whole new council.
How long could your statements help the customer council?
That's a good question. Well, times before, when we've just wrote your statements, you haven't been able to get round to every service to let people know, to read out your statements to everybody, because in say like the green zone, you've got quite a few services, especially outreach, to go around and read your statements to, so you haven't been able to get around. It's so hard to get everybody around. So we've got a lot of people that can't read. So they're not going to get your statement and read your statement and know what's going on. They just see your picture and they don't know what your views are, how you are going to represent. But by videoing it, that's brilliant, because then filming it, we can send it out by Zoom. People will be at play in the bases, so people can sit round and hear what you've got to say personally, which I think that's perfect. So everybody hears why you want to be on the customer council and why you need to be voted in and what you're going to do to represent everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. So Aspire customers in the election, why do you think it's important for customers to vote instead of staff?
Yeah, well, that's easy, really. It is, the customer council is all about the customers. It isn't about staff. It's not about staff having a say. So customers, we want customers to vote for their peers, and it's who you want to represent you. And it's a fair way of doing it, that the customers do it, because at the end of the day, the staff have nothing to do with the customer council, nothing at all. This belongs to the customers, not no one else. You see, even me, Elsa and Felicia, who were there for the customer council, we're working for you on the customer council, doing, you know, it's not ours, it's the customer council, it's yours.
I agree, yeah.
Because you've been on the customer council for a while now, and you've done a brilliant job, I may say. Do you think you would reapply?
I think I want to say yes, but I just don't know if it's the right time.
Yeah.
But then again, I will love to reapply.
Thank you. Because we'd love to see you again.
And those people who are applying for the customer council, whether it's my glass customer council or not, good luck to all of your peers and all of your friends who are considering of going into the customer council. There's no winners from it or losers. So good luck to good luck to all of you. And I might say thank you again for being our special guest this morning. As it's for this is just join us for more information on the customer council. And next good luck.